What's up YouTube? How you guys doing? It's Rolland here with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a quick guide to Superglass make. It's on the Lunar spell book, so that means that you will need Lunar Diplomacy completed in order to do this method. You also need 77 magic, but it's a great method for magic XP and crafting XP. Magic XP you can expect 46.8k an hour, and crafting XP you can expect 108k per hour, and a total profit of 802k, which is absolutely insane. Now, I will say, as you can see, like I'm showing right now, this is with peak efficiency. So keep that in mind when looking at this chart, is that all of this is like perfect game ticks. So I will be doing an actual XP rates on this if you're curious to see if these are actually correct or not and how far off they are when you're not tick perfect, because I won't be. So if you're interested in that, make sure you subscribe to the channel. So the method itself is actually pretty easy. You just, again, really need to be on lunars, and that's about it. As you can see, I do have sand and seaweed in my inventory just to kind of show you. So the way this works is actually there's two types of seaweed. There are regular seaweed, and then there's giant seaweed. Giant seaweed you can buy off the GE or you can farm yourself. It's not really better XP per hour, but it's better output per hour, in which case just makes it a better for this method. At least for an Ironman, you really want to go with giant seaweed, do your giant seaweed runs while you're doing your birdhouse runs. It will help your crafting grind. Like I said, this is all you need, just buckets of sand and seaweed. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys kind of what this looks like. So you'll notice we have 5 of each. We have a small chance to get 6 or 7, so we'll see what we get. As you guys can see, we actually got 7. So like I said, there's normally 1.3 about if you take the average for when you do seaweed to buckets, and then giant seaweed is actually more. So I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like. And again, I don't really recommend doing regular seaweed, which is why I didn't really go too far in depth. But that said, you do need fire runes, air runes, and astral runes in order to make your cast. So it's recommended to have a smoke battle staff or a tome of fire and a air battle staff. For me, I don't have a smoke battle staff and I don't have a tome of fire yet because Wintertodd hates me. So I'm currently just using a rune pouch with fire runes in it and astral runes, and then I have an air battle staff because you actually need 10 air runes to cast the spell, so it's just more cost effective to have an air battle staff instead of a fire one. So that's basically what I'm running, and that's all there is to it. So now we're going to get into the inventory that you need for giant seaweed. So the way you should have everything set up is take out 3 giant seaweed, and then you want to take out 18 buckets of sand, and this will give you the most optimal casting experience. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to cast this, and what should happen is hopefully molten glass will pop on the ground like it did. So you'll notice that again with giant seaweed we get 1.6, so we're going to make more glass than we have space in our inventory. So as you can see, molten glass dropped on the ground. So what a lot of people do is they'll just come through and they'll do a few casts basically like this, and you're going to build up a pile. You can do a few casts. Normally I let it get up to between 28 and 56. That's just me. So, or I do like 3 to 5. It really just depends. So as you'll notice, it'll stack up, and sometimes you do get unlucky where it doesn't actually go on the ground. The main thing with this method is if you do it this way, it will slow down your XP and cast per hour if you pick up the molten glass, but I'm an Iron Man, so that's what I'm about. So as you can see, that one, we actually got 9 extra molten glass, which is kind of cool. So then we're going to go through here and we're just going to spam click and pick these up. So that is basically all there is to it. So again, 3 giant seaweed, 18 buckets of sand, and you are set to go. Once you really get in a rhythm, you're good, and you can make a lot of molten glass an hour. If we go back and take a look at the XP, 15,660 molten glass an hour is absolutely insane. Now again, this is like tick perfect. The wiki even says it's tick perfect. Like, it's casting the spell and opening the bank at the same game tick, and there's just a lot of things that are going on here. Again, we're going to be doing an actual XP rates and see what the XP rates are. So super easy method, a lot of profit to be made, absolutely fantastic for Ironmen, so it's highly recommended for your crafting grind. Anyway guys, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Turn up the summer vibes. Get off your phone one time when you come outside. Cause we all here chillin', yeah, it's the same old saying. No, we don't play no games. Oh, they wanna talk.